Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy NuFace. We are live with another episode of the NuStyle live here at Georgio's in Buckhead. And I have a very special guest, man. Not a rapper, not a comedian. We have another historic moment. One of our first boxers in the building, Jhon Ingram. We're going to learn about his history, his future, his legacy, and the relationship with Floyd Mayweather and how that came about, man. Come in, man. Let's see what we got going on. Let's go.
Floyd Mayweather summoned this boxer to catch a body for him.
What my security wasn't able to do, he gonna step up and get the job done.
Jhon Ingram is 22 years old and he fights at 130. He went pro at 21 after just 12 amateur fights, and as a pro he's 3-0 with all 3 wins coming by knockout. He's from North Carolina and he signed to Mayweather Promotions. He actually met Floyd through his coach. At the time, Floyd was looking for a sparring partner for his exhibition with Don Moore. He and Jhon ended up sparring, and Jhon impressed Floyd so much that he ended up putting him on his undercard versus Deji. Jhon's opponent knocked out Floyd's bodyguard not long before the fight, so Floyd was adamant about getting him back whenever he fought again. Jhon's now a frequent sparring partner for Floyd, and he's also sparred Gervonta Davis. Jhon has a ton of upside, and if he keeps grinding and hanging around Floyd, the sky's truly the limit for him.
Yo, we are back. Interview of the NuStyle. It's your boy NuFace. We are live, and I told you we have a very special guest. I started this show with a lot of artists. Then we had our first comedian. Then we had our first female. But today we're making history with our first sports person. We got a boxer in the building. Jhon Ingram is in the building. What's up, my brother?
Yes, sir. Good to meet you.
Tap to meet you, man. Honored to meet you. Been reading your story. Shout out to Corey putting me on to you, man. Been researching. Love what I'm seeing, the research. So if I got this right, man, you started as a sparring partner and worked your way up to a boxer.
Well, nah. I always been a boxer.
Always been a boxer.
Always been a boxer. I've been boxing since I was big. But like that's the story to get on with Floyd.
Gotcha. Floyd, and it was your mother helping you out as a teen, fighting and protecting yourself, defending yourself, putting you into the boxing game, correct?
Yeah, she put me in boxing when I was like 6, 7.
Were you into any other sports prior to that?
I did track, football, baseball, everything everybody do growing up. But I mainly did football and boxing, but I only stuck with boxing.
So what was it that spoke to you from your, of course your mother, shout out to her for doing that, but what really made you stick to it?
I just love fighting, man. It's just something about it, like that feeling of hitting somebody in the face.
Ooh, I was about to say, it's the feeling of the hit, not getting hit, right?
Yeah, it's the feeling of the hit.
And
I like getting hit too.
Oh,
I mean, of course it ain't good to get hit, but it's like a booster when I do get hit.
Gotcha. Now let's take it back. Where are you originally from?
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Literally just drove from Charlotte last night, got here at 4 a.m. Great city as well. What were you seeing in Winston-Salem growing up? What was that childhood like for you?
It had its ups and downs. Everybody that know me from the city know I grew up on 311. That's New Walker Town Road. That street is always active, a lot of violence on that street. So it had its ups and downs.
Gotcha. And listening to music as a kid, or what was the music that you listened to as a kid, or heard maybe your parents or elders listen to? What were you growing up with?
I grew up with a lot of T.I.G.s. I grew up with a lot of Atlanta rappers, especially grew up listening to the Migos.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a
R.I.P.
big influence.
Takeoff.
Yeah, but once my dad got home from prison, definitely listened to a lot of the older Atlanta rap, Jeezy, Gucci, and all them.
Gotcha. So have you visited the Trap Music Museum in Atlanta yet?
I think I'm going today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely got to pull up. And I got a room in the back, the Legends room, man. Okay. So let's talk about the meeting with Floyd and how did that come about?
So my coach that I have now, he called me up one night, wanted me to come to the gym. So when I pulled up, it was a lot of cars, but when we pulled up to the gym, it was like 12, 1 in the morning. So, I thought that was kind of odd. I thought it was just like a late night workout, but we pulled up to the gym. There was a bunch of cars out there, so I'm like, what's going on? Walked into the gym, seen Floyd, and then they was just like, you sparring Floyd.
You was ready? Or did you?
I mean, that's like, it's like being the greatest at what you do, and then, it's like, dang, he mastered the game, everything about it, so. I was nervous.
But you took it up and did the job, right?
For sure.
And how did that experience, afterward? I heard there was speaking with him or after. How was that engagement afterward? Because I heard after it, the relationship kind of clicked, right?
Yeah, he took a great liking to me after, he grew up doing the sport. He a master of the sport, so he can look at somebody and get in there with somebody and be like, okay, you got it. And that's basically what he told me. He was like, you got it.
Now we saying with 13 amateur fights, and now as a professional 3-0 is the record.
3-0.
So is that pressure too? Because Floyd is one of those undefeated ones. Is that the goal? Like to just, I'm sure that's always the goal.
Yeah, that's always the goal, but it ain't no pressure. I get in there, do what I do. Everybody know I put on a show. I always bring home the victory. So
gotcha.
That's what I do.
And also, had a fight in Dubai. Yeah. Right. Now, how did that come about, and how was that experience in traveling to Dubai?
So one day Floyd called me up to come spar at the gym, and it was some Japanese people and I ended up putting a whipping on him. So the dude I fought in Dubai, he was Japanese, and basically it was like they got that warrior code over there, so it was more like a get back for putting hands on him. So that's how I got introduced to getting into that fight over there. So, Floyd and the team, they, boosted it up, made it real big. And then, I just went over there and did my thing.
Handle business. Yeah. Now, how was it, the after party or the celebration? How was that?
It was, like with Floyd, it's a celebration beforehand.
Yeah,
after, we was doing stuff the whole time, going forward and stuff before the fight. And after, still having fun and out and stuff. So it was a great experience.
Definitely coming from Winston-Salem, because those are probably things you weren't accustomed to back home.
Correct.
So are you able to translate those stories to people back home and tell them those stories and probably give inspiration, I imagine, right?
Definitely, yeah, because, a lot of people don't even get to travel the world, let alone make it out the country. So, go out the country and see new cultures and see everything out there, like it's totally different from how it is in the United States, especially where it is in North Carolina.
Most definitely. And you got your passport.
Right, yeah.
At a young age, I probably got my passport maybe 5 years ago. So you up me, man, about a decade, my boy. And let's talk about, I got something right here. I'll bring a couple things out, right? So right here is a box of gloves that was featured. I got this from Mike Will Made It. We had an after party for the Creed signing. So I want to talk about boxing films. Are you a fan of those?
Yeah. I watch a couple of the boxing films.
Okay, so I got this. We got this right here. So this is called Chris Rock's Top 5. So what I want to do is, in this movie, they described their top 5 hip hop artists.
Okay.
So I'd like you to do it. Describe maybe your top 5 boxers. First
top 5 boxers. Okay. First one, gotta go with the greatest Floyd. Muhammad Ali. Sugar Ray Robertson. Gervonta Davis. He got him going there because he made a big impact on the younger generation. So is myself. And me.
Oh, there you go. I like that one. And you brought up Gervonta Davis too, as well. You've been working with him, sparring with him. I'm correct. Now, how was that engagement, and how did that go about meeting him?
I met him back in 2016 or 2017, first time in Baltimore, and then when he fought Isaac Cruz, his training camp was out there in Vegas, so I was his spar partner for that. And we had our ups and downs. It was a little bit of drama with it. We was into it with the sparring, a lot of beef with the sparring. Then after, it kind of was cool. And then I did an interview, and people took what I said in the interview kind of wrong. Mm-hmm. So we kind of had a little, I wouldn't really say it was beef. It was just like he wasn't rocking with me. And then for the Ryan Garcia fight, he was out there in Vegas. We chopped it up and everything was good. Me and his team still good. So it's good vibes was put out.
Gotcha. So Vegas, I'm sure you've been in and out of Vegas. How's that?
Well, I live in Vegas.
You live in? Oh, okay. You ready. Yeah. Oh, so how's that experience even coming from that? And as you're able to bring maybe your parents or family to visit you, or your mom come with you?
They come visit me a lot all the time. My family probably gonna always live in North Carolina. So I must still always have somewhere in North Carolina too. But coming from North Carolina to Vegas is a huge difference. Like the whole environment is different. It's not a big population there, and then going there it's a bunch of people, especially coming in and out from coming to the casinos and stuff.
Gotcha. So what's the future for you right now? What you got planned coming forward?
Right now, working on some things. Possibly got some big news that I'm about to drop that's coming out. So, you know, we're gonna keep working hard, keep moving up in the rank. I'm not keep putting on show for people.
Gotcha. And maybe a 5-year goal and a 10-year goal. Like in 10 years, what you want to manifest on this platform and let people know that you'll be at?
10 years, I definitely probably gonna conquer 2 to 3 weight classes, most likely 3.
I heard that.
And 5-year, in 5 years, I'm definitely gonna already have one down, probably working on 2 in the 5-year mark.
Gotcha. So, and the other one I want to do, lastly, I like to ask people. So at the end of the day, and your legacy is fulfilled and you're doing great and you become one of the greats, there's always a biopic about this person. Who would play Jhon Ingram in a movie? Or who would you like to play you in a movie? Who do you see right now?
We ain't the same skin tone with, bro from off Power. That played Ghost Son.
Tariq. I see that. He would have to fuck up a little bit.
He got a little buggy.
Yeah, okay.
But I can see him killing the role.
Gotcha. Tariq, let's see what's happening, man. Maybe you buck up and he becomes great who he is. We're gonna lock it in, man. So let the people know where they can reach you at and tap in with you, man.
You can hit me on Instagram at Ingram Jhon, or you can Google me at Jhon Ingram.
Yo, you heard it here. Our first boxer, and I'm gonna say one of our first champions right here, live at Georgio's on the NuStyle. Let's go.